Have you had a chance to address Nicole and your feelings about Jane from season one as of yet?
Sterling, but now you're making me
I'm just saying.
After everything that's happened, could my wife have survived? Could somebody be okay up there?
Hello everyone, I'm Jacqueline Coley and welcome to Watch List, where we chat with the cast and creators of TV's biggest shows. I'm joined today with the cast of Paradise. Hello everyone. This is the best because for folks that don't know, we're going to be talking spoilers because by the time this goes out, the first 3 episodes will already be live on Hulu. So if you haven't seen those, go watch them first and then come back here. Hello everyone. Mr. Sterling K. Brown, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, I didn't know what you were going to do to us in season 1, but now we kind of do. So I'm just curious if we can talk a little bit more about the surface world in season 2 and how we're trying to top the big twists and turns of season 1.
The world of the show expands. Xavier, at the end of season 1, is leaving the bunker. Yes, I can fly. Right? And we get a chance to see the world for the first time because from what we understood, the world was destroyed. It didn't exist. We did know from episode 104 that there was life possible, that air was breathable, but we didn't know to what extent it was. So we get a chance to see how people survived outside without resources, without planning, without government backing, etc. And we come across this delightful character named Annie, who's been holed up at Graceland, played by this chick. She's a solid performer. She goes by the name of Shailene Woodley, and she sort of like gets us into the world of season 2, like with gangbusters, right? Episode 2, you get a chance to see what Xavier's travails were like. You know, the course of true love that never runs smooth. I'm looking for my woman. I'm looking for Dr. Terry Rogers Collins. Don't forget the hyphen. And we're trying to see if these people can be reunited once again, right? But don't forget about the bunker, all right? Because shit is crazy in the bunker. Power dynamics have been flipped. Somebody got shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. There she is right there. Maybe she dead, maybe she not. She's still here doing this junket, so probably not.
You do the math.
You understand what I'm saying? I ain't saying nothing, but I'm saying something at the same time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is, I find that the bunker is interesting because we answer questions from season 1 and then we introduce new questions, right? And then there's the line that she has, does Samantha Redmond, saying it was never just about the bunker. And there's this sort of thing that pushes us forward. And it's introduced, I believe at the end of episode 3, this character, this person, this thing known as Alex, right? And that will sort of like be one of the driving engines through this thing. Let me not forget, there's this hideous human being that winds up we encounter in the real world as well. He likes to wear plunging V-lines, and he likes to manscape his chest hair so it's all just so perfect. His name is Lacey.
It was all for you.
Thomas Doherty, right? And it's what I love.
Plunging V-lines.
You gotta plunge. You gotta show off the deck of the Taj, homie. You know what I'm saying? But it is with the new and the old. What I love about it is that we give you what you know, what you think you know. We expand upon that, and then we show. It's like season 2 of Lost, where you see the back half of the plane. You know what I'm saying? And you meet these new characters, and they fit into the world seamlessly. So it's dope. I'm excited for people to take it in. I think we did something special.
This is why you're the EP of the show, because like that was like a perfect description. That was a perfect, like literally like clock it, kids. That was so good. But for all of you, you all had to live the season 1 of it all, and like it was a show that people were telling me don't read anything about it, like you need to like, and then they were like, well, if you don't read anything about it, then you finally start reading and you're like, these people are crazy. What is these theories? It feels like it was with Lost. I'm curious if y'all have a favorite fan theory that you got like out of the season 1. Julianne, I'll start with you. Was there any like crazy fan, somebody come up to you being like,
I feel like at one point they thought it was Xavier's daughter. They were thinking that she was coming back for revenge. I was like, okay guys, that might be pushing it a little bit, but all right, we'll put it in the mix.
Anybody else? That's a good one though, just random.
There's I think people had like ideas and thoughts about Marsha. You guys remember Marshall?
Yeah. The
Marshall's the press secretary for the president.
Yep.
Like a lot of people thought, like,
it was-
that's not the end of Marshall or whatnot. And we're like, I don't know.
Anybody else have a theory?
Gabriella got some questionable.
She did.
People were always coming up to me and going, "You're not as innocent as you look. Like there's something going on."
I felt
So
that way.
you felt that way too.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
did.
her morality line was constantly in judgment,
Yeah.
especially after the shower.
You just can't do too many shows around politics because I think they're taking some of your craftiness from your red, white, and royal blue character and inserting it into this one because like that girl would have had this whole place on lock after day one. What about you, Shailene? Do you have a favorite theory or anybody else?
I was just saying, like, watching season 1, I was like, what is going on?
It was very ambiguous.
Sarah, there's something deeper here.
Have you had a chance to address Nicole and your feelings about Jane from
I
season
don't
1
know,
as of
Sterling,
yet?
but now you're making me
I'm just saying.
uncomfortable. I have very strong feelings about Jane.
Okay, good. Well, what are your feelings?
When she first came to set, she was like, because we were talking about, oh, wasn't Julianne great as Sinatra? She's like, yeah, she's great and everything like that. She's like, she's the big bad, and she's like, you know who I hate? She's like, I hate Jane.
But that means you're so good at playing Jane.
I love how that's getting aired out now. Like getting aired out now.
No, Shailene, I had exactly the same thing. Again, testament to how good you are at acting, because like you join a show and you only know these people from their characters.
Yeah.
And obviously, I was so wrong. But I was at her baby shower, like talking to her mum, being like, "Yeah, I thought she was awful." And her mum was like, "Oh," and I was going, "No," because she's good at acting. She's like, "Okay."
Moms don't get that. You said her baby. I mean, I'm sure people don't mince their words when they maybe come up to you. Like, I hope they do it like he did to be like, "Oh, I hate you, but you're a great actor." Like, you know, I hope they couch it. Do that? No.
No, a few people just come up and they're like, I really don't like you. But like, they haven't led with like, oh, I watched Paradise. So it's like your worst.
You, Nicole Bloom, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You should go somewhere.
specifically.
That's terrible.
No, it's been fun. It's been fun. I like being a point of conversation and, you know.
It'll be like, so you remember me,
Causing
so you've
chaos.
seen
Yeah.
me. You'd be like, so you're saying I'm a good actor. What about you, Krys?
Definitely people gave me a hard time because I'm sleeping with a married man, but
Yeah.
I think it was clear early on that I was not the killer. Yeah.
No, I don't think they
Yeah,
thought you was a
no,
killer.
Yeah.
I think a little Jungle Fever always just excites you.
That'll do it.
You know what I'm saying?
That'll do it.
That's it.
I mean, her intro literally was, and her 5 o'clock appointment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that was like, everybody knows. The other thing you've already talked about, Annie, played by the incredible Shailene Woodley. What is sort of like Annie and Xavier as partners? Because they're now kind of in this together,
Yeah.
but they have very different ideologies.
Sure. Well, first of all, and Shay's touched on this before, like, I really enjoyed the dynamic of two people who are decent-looking human beings of the opposite sex that just have a friendship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That just like have like this connection to one another and a need to be of assistance to one another in a world that has gone topsy-turvy and people don't know who they can and cannot trust. You know, that they both ultimately make a decision to open up to each other enough to say like, okay, I don't know if I know you fully, but I'm gonna go on this journey with you nonetheless. And I think they both help each other become the fullest versions of themselves, right? Because I think for Annie, she's probably sort of sequestered herself, self-sequestered for an extended period of time. And now she's just sort of saying like, okay, maybe that's not the only way to be in this world. Maybe being in community with other people will lead to a better outcome than doing it all alone. So I think that's the big thing. I don't want to give too much of it away, but like it was one of the special scenes that we have with each other was probably one of the highlights of the season for me. And she's a killer, man. She's a straight up killer. It was awesome to play with.
What about you, ma'am? I mean, again, I think it's a delicious, in general, that they're dynamic, but what was your favorite part of it?
Everything Sterling said, and just this idea that love is not confined to intimacy looking a certain way.
Yeah.
These two people share such an intimate bond, and because they are male and female, and the trust that goes into that dynamic, I think it's an exploration of love in its most unconditional, real essence.
I dig that so much. On the complete opposite sides of the spectrum, Julianne, ma'am. I'm sure your dynamic is like that maybe behind the scenes, but your characters, it is such a tennis match of like maybe good versus evil, or maybe chaotic evil or neutral. Like they're on such different positions. What was your favorite part of sort of like, again, this like, at sometimes adversarial, but at other times not?
With Sinatra and Xavier?
Yeah, definitely.
I love their dynamic.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I'm a huge fan of Sterling's work forever, and just actually getting to do those scenes with him in the first season just informed so much, as far as going deeper in the second season. And I feel like, I think he probably doesn't feel this way about her, but it got bigger for me. It might have just been me, the person, not Sinatra, but like, I love Sterling, so I felt like Sinatra kind of loved Xavier, and when he comes back, even though he's got a gun on her, it still felt like I was happy to see him. He made it back. He went out there, he did his thing, and he came back. He made it. He survived. Like that felt big for me, and for Sinatra. And I feel like there's some actors that when you're working together, it just something deeper just clicks in. And so I felt like, honestly, whatever space we were ever in, it felt like, it felt like two big energies coming together in like a very real and connected way.
I don't disagree with that, because I think you're in a very different place when we see each other in season 2 than when we last saw each other at the end of season 1, right? And like I was actually caught aback by the level of sort of openness and generosity that was coming from Sinatra, Julianne as Sinatra, and like always just being like, am I supposed to like you now? What are you trying to do to me?
Well, when you have people like, no offense, Thomas, your character rolling around, that may end up happening, because I think we saw shades of what Sinatra will do, but your character, Link, I think just takes it even more. I'd be interested for you to talk about like how he is like, just another different, I would say, villainous character that's sort of like adding to the dynamic, or maybe not. I don't know.
No. I mean, I think I think definitely when we meet him, for sure. But I mean, that's kind of by design, I think, for the audience. And of course, I mean, this guy's been in a post-apocalyptic world for years and years, and he's come across just the worst types of people, and kind of seen the depravity that people will go to in these circumstances. And so because of that, he's definitely built up this wall of protection, these boundaries to protect any vulnerability. So I think when we initially meet him, that's how he presents as a safety mechanism, but that's not who he is. And then it's Annie who really strips him of that instantly. I always go back to the first touch, and how it just kind of just takes all of those boundaries.
It's good shit.
It's just,
yeah, y'all killed that. but it is playing with audiences' expectations too, in terms of what they've known about a post-apocalyptic world, things that we've shown in the world, whether it's about zombies or the road, etc. Like I feel like Fogelman is saying that the world is still the world and people are still people, and that these sort of catastrophic events can either pull out the best or the worst in us. But so you have a woman by herself in a home that is sort of invaded by a bunch of dudes. And like the expectation is like, oh, that's
like
not
even not
very scary.
Yeah. In any world, it's like, why are these dudes in my house? You know, and then we try to subvert their expectations from that.
That's true. Maybe not to subvert expectations, but as soon as anyone dies, the mistress is the first one that they're like, she did it, they did it. You know what I mean? So like you get set up for murder pretty quickly. Like, it was actually funny that like I think your character even says it. Y'all gonna come after me when there's like another woman? What do you think Nicole's gonna act like now that she is realizing the consequences and she's kind of cornered based off of the events of season 1? How do you think she's gonna react, or can you preview how she's gonna react in season 2?
Yeah, I think that Agent Robinson is so unmoored when we leave her at the end of season 1. You know, she's got this allegiance to the service position of taking care of the president. She's got this allegiance to keeping up this infrastructure of this false world that we've built. She's got this connection with Cal, and then all of that is just stripped away. She discovers that the world she believed in is all built on falsehoods. You know, the connection she's built with Xavier, he's gone off.
Yeah.
So now there's just like so little to hold on to and kind of tether herself to. So when we see her at the beginning of season 2, she's really a woman who's quite downtrodden. She's been, you know, removed from her senior position, and now she's sort of an underling making coffees for Jane.
Oh, she don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's a sort of driving Miss Daisy kind of aspect to it that just feels like really just low
Miss
grade.
Jane, I gotta go make water.
Exactly. Low frequency here, low level frequency. So I think it's exciting to see Robinson kind of have those two big status shifts in who she is.
Because she was very protected in that other role.
Very protected. And so now we're seeing all that pulled away, and we see that with the hair shift and other things in the sort of physical aspect of her. So I like the journey that she goes on through season 2, and the audience will see more of that, of what it's like to pull yourself up from the bootstraps and climb back up to the top.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Sarah, I'll just go ahead and put it out there. I think your character, playing a therapist, every character in here needs like so much therapy. You know what I mean? I'm curious for you, which one do you think your character is looking at the most like you are just a straight up DSM-5 diagnosis? Like, what would your character be like? I just need 10 minutes and like a dialogue. Which one do you feel she would most like to get to?
Gosh, I mean, it's a toss up.
Yeah. What a cast of the character.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, who do you want to help, or who do you need to stay the fuck away from?
I actually feel like she needs the most help.
Oh, this is fair. Talk more on it. Speak more on it. Why you feel like she's the number one?
I mean,
I don't disagree.
The easy answer is this one,
Yeah.
you know, but I've had the most time with her. And everybody in the bunker, to an extent, is someone that I'm assuming, spent time with, I've vetted. As for the people that are not in the bunker, I don't know, because I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think Gabriella, you know, there's an interesting thing that happens when you're the caretaker, right? Like when you are in a position where you're responsible for other people's mental health or safety, then who's watching after you? So, and it's, you know, it's an area that I've always been interested in playing with her, because much to the point of her coming across very altruistic in the first season, I believe that no one is 100% saint or sinner. So I think she would be the one who's in much needed of a couch session.
You know, now that you explain that, I agree. I agree, as a therapist would. And though she's not here, she's very much in spirit. The host of the podcast on Paradise. I don't know. You made me know her, Ryan. I don't know.
Ryan Michelle Bethea joins the cast of Paradise in season 2. She has a wonderful part of Jane's backstory, which is really, really cool. And she also hosts the companion podcast, which debuted, right?
It's great.
First episode debuted, and then you'll be able to catch it after each episode that comes up. She's cool. She's a solid performer. She's a good person. She's got a bubbly personality.
And she's married to you.
She is married to me. She will be married to me 20 years on the 18th of March of this year. So I'm happy to have gone through all this thing with her. Thank you very much.
And we do have to get out of here, but I do have to say, your partnership with her is obviously the one, but the partnership you have with Dan, it's kind of crazy to think about this like decades-long friendship, because it's kind of dope when he calls you up and says, hey, I got something for you, and it manages to top something like Randall. Just tell me real quickly what that's like.
I love the guy, man. He's a beautiful human being. What I love about him most is that he very much leads with his sense of humor. And sometimes with his intellect, because he's very smart and he's very funny. But when you read his words, you are instantly in touch with his humanity. Like, he's got a big, old, soft, gooey heart. You know what I'm saying? And like, as much as he tries to hide it, like in public or whatnot, when you read his words, you're like, okay, I see who you are. And I like being in your presence. And he likes being around quality human beings. I think our whole cast is a group of people who are very talented and capable performers, but they're also people that you want to spend time with. I think a television set can be wonderful and it can be god-awful if you have bad people that you have to do it with. And I thank God so far so good with all these souls. We got beautiful people, so I'm looking forward to finishing the journey, excited for people to see what we've cooked up for them in season 2, but it's been a joy from beginning to end because of him and who he sort of draws to him and his spirit.
So well said. Well, thank you very much, and remind everyone they can check out new episodes of Paradise, streaming now on Hulu.